Every year, millions of people take antibiotics to fight infections. But what if one day these life-saving drugs stopped working? Welcome to the hidden global threat, antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, one of the biggest challenges to modern medicine. Imagine a simple scratch becoming deadly, or routine surgeries like a C-section or a hip replacement becoming too risky to perform. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's a very real future we could be facing. Today, we're going to dive deep into what AMR is, why it's happening, and what we can all do to stop this silent pandemic before it's too late. So, what exactly is antimicrobial resistance? Let's break it down. Antimicrobials are a broad category of medicines that kill or stop the growth of microorganisms. This includes antibiotics for bacteria, antivirals for viruses, antifungals for fungi, and antiparasitics for parasites. They are the cornerstones of modern medicine. Resistance happens when these tiny organisms, bacteria for instance, evolve and develop the ability to defeat the drugs designed to kill them. This means the germs are not killed and continue to grow. It's natural selection on a microscopic scale. A few tough bacteria survive a dose of antibiotics. They then multiply and pass on their resistance traits, creating a whole new generation of superbugs. You might be thinking, how did we get here? Well, it's a complex problem with several contributing factors. One of the biggest drivers is the overuse and misuse of antibiotics in humans. Ever had a cold or the flu, which are caused by viruses, and been tempted to ask for antibiotics? Antibiotics don't work on viruses, but taking them anyway gives bacteria a chance to practice fighting them off. It's like giving them a training ground. Another major issue is not finishing your full prescription. When you stop taking antibiotics early because you feel better, the weaker bacteria are killed off, but the stronger, more resistant ones can survive and multiply. Think of it like a battle. You've retreated before the enemy is fully defeated, leaving their strongest soldiers to regroup and become even more formidable. But it's not just about human medicine. A massive amount of antimicrobials are used in agriculture and farming. They're often given to livestock, poultry, and fish, not just to treat sickness, but to prevent disease and promote faster growth. These antibiotics can then get into the environment through animal waste, contaminating soil and water. From there, resistant bacteria can spread to humans through the food chain or direct contact. It's a vast, interconnected cycle where resistance developed in one area can quickly spread to another, creating a global problem that doesn't respect borders. Poor sanitation and hygiene in many parts of the world also contribute, allowing resistant germs to spread easily from person to person. The consequences of widespread AMR are staggering. Already, drug-resistant diseases cause millions of deaths each year. Without effective antibiotics, common infections and minor injuries could once again become life-threatening. Medical procedures we take for granted, like chemotherapy for cancer patients, organ transplants, and joint replacements, would become incredibly dangerous. These patients have weakened immune systems and rely on antibiotics to prevent infections. If our last lines of defense fail, the very foundation of modern healthcare could crumble. The economic cost is also immense, with longer hospital stays, more expensive treatments, and lost productivity, potentially pushing millions into extreme poverty. It's a threat to both our health and our global stability. So the big question is, what can we do about it? The fight against AMR requires a united effort from all of us. On a personal level, it starts with responsible antibiotic use. Only take antibiotics when they are prescribed by a certified health professional. Never demand antibiotics if your doctor says you don't need them, and never share or use leftover antibiotics. And crucially, always complete your full course of treatment, even if you start feeling better. Prevention is also key. Good hygiene, like regular hand washing, can prevent infections from happening in the first place, reducing the need for antibiotics. Getting vaccinated is another powerful tool to protect yourself from infectious diseases. Governments and the healthcare industry have a huge role to play. We need stronger regulations on antibiotic use in both humans and animals. we also desperately need investment in research and development for new antibiotics, alternative treatments, and better diagnostic tools. Diagnostics are vital because they can quickly tell a doctor if an infection is bacterial or viral and which specific antibiotic will be most effective, preventing the use of broad-spectrum drugs. This stewardship approach ensures we use our precious antibiotics wisely, preserving them for when we need them most. Farmers and the food industry can also contribute by improving farm hygiene and exploring alternatives to antibiotics for promoting animal health. The future might sound scary, but there is hope. Scientists are exploring innovative solutions, like phage therapy, which uses viruses that specifically target and kill bacteria. They're also studying probiotics and vaccines that can prevent infections before they start. Public awareness campaigns are growing, empowering people with the knowledge to make better choices. By working together, patients, doctors, policymakers, and scientists, we can turn the tide on antimicrobial resistance. It's a battle for our future, and it's a battle we cannot afford to lose. The next time you're prescribed an antibiotic, remember the power you hold in your hands. Use it wisely. Thank you so much for watching and for taking the time to understand this critical issue. Spreading awareness is the first step towards making a real difference. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more content that matters. Let's work together to protect these life-saving medicines for generations to come. Stay safe and stay informed.